Okay, right, so at the top of our garden we have a fuchsia. It's a hardy fuchsia, so it's out all year round and it survives through the winter fine. But we wanted to do something to it because we weren't happy with the shape it was in and we didn't want to get rid of it. So we decided what we tried to do is we tried to do cloud pruning on it. So the idea is to remove branches off, the smaller branches off the main stem down here, and leave a clump of the fuchsia at the end of it. Now this has grown throughout the summer and it's finished flowering, so the idea would be to remove the longer stalks off it with secateurs or with shears, so that eventually what we've got here is a more rounded shape on the end of each of the branches or the stems that we've left on the plant, so it's a more aesthetically pleasing shape during the rest of the year when it's not flowering anymore. It will also mean that some of the underplanting we've got of the fuchsia will do better, and I know that we've still got some evening primroses that are growing here, and we've got one or two other bits and pieces like astrantias and some Japanese anemones, but the idea is really we're looking for the shape of the fuchsia, of these round bushes at the end of each of the main stems of the fuchsia. So what we'll do is keep clipping away bit by bit, watching what we're doing just in case we take the wrong bits off, bit by bit, pruning it into shape like this. And we've got about 4 or 5 stems on the plant that we're going to do this sort of thing with. As you can see, there's more over here and there's another one further back, and I think there's some even further behind it on the other side underneath the ceanothus. So we've tried to trim these bits back here into a more rounded shape on the end of these stems over here, and we're trying to shape these into something like we're looking for. These are clearly relatively new attempts at shaping them. We've tried these before and we're beginning to get the sort of shape we're looking for. They do need a few bits and pieces cleared up around the edges, but you've also got to remember that to get this effect you have got to be brave about taking bits back off here. So this one here I don't really feel serves any purpose, so that's going to come out. So that's not going to affect the overall look of the plant. We're still making some decisions about these new pieces here as to where we want the cloud to be, but I think at the moment my idea is it has to come down to keep away from the ceanothus and not to overcrowd the choicia that's growing further back.